Hi guys, Eric Pathy here at PickDogs.com with Big Al McMordie. Once again, we're back for our summertime videos. They're a little shorter than normal because we don't have as much to talk about. College football, 80 days away. NFL, about 100 days away. With that being said, I know, when does CFL start, Al?
This week.
Are you already looking at it or to be decided?
I generally don't play the first week, but I will take a look. Yes.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, we can talk about something before we move on to the complimentary selection for you guys that want to get access to Al's college and pro football early bird, and you want to get June, July, and August basically absolutely free, because if you purchase the early bird football now, you'll start getting service immediately from the day of your purchase. But I wanted to ask you what you think about them firing the Knicks coach.
I understand it. I mean, he
First time
was.
in 25 years they get to the fucking final.
It's not. That's not the issue. That's not the issue. The issue is, are you innovative as a coach? Did you make changes throughout the season that could have been beneficial? So it has to do a lot with the lineups he was using, but maybe he should have been doing other lineups. And this is all for people smarter than me.
Right.
But it's when and Thibodeau is a good coach, don't get me wrong, but the people in the organization must have felt that he didn't do everything or wasn't doing something that he should have been doing, and think that maybe a different voice would be beneficial. Coaches get fired all the time. Mike Malone got fired. Mike Malone won a title 2 years ago. Missoula will probably be fired. He won a title last year, not next year, but Missoula eventually will be fired, right? And that's the business. You're hired to be fired. It's Thibodeau will land on his feet. He'll get another job. I think the fact that they did, they beat a very good Boston team, right? Certainly he did well, but that doesn't mean he's the right coach for the next 3 years. And I don't follow the Knicks, so I'm not the person to really comment. But if you're just asking me generally, am I surprised? Right. No, I'm not surprised.
There you go, guys. They talk about it on Twitter. I figured I'd get Al's opinion. With that,
what are they saying? What are they saying on Twitter?
It's like, Dave Portnoy went crazy and said, how could they get rid of him? And did this whole diatribe and all these other. Now, I was listening to Stephen A. Smith this morning on Howard Stern. He's going to have a new show exclusively.
And he said Stephen A. Smith is a Knicks, fanatic. I'm really curious what he said.
So his answer was he didn't utilize the bench correctly. The games that he did utilize the bench and go deep, they won 3 or 2 of the games against Boston. And the reality is that he's stuck in his ways where he just wants to play the first 5 and never go deep. And it kind of came back to bite him because the management was probably thinking if he would have went deep all the way. And 2 years in a row, they lost to the Pacers.
Yeah, that was sort of my instincts, was he wasn't doing the right things with his players that management kind of thought, with his lineups. I was kind of, all this stuff is much deeper than the average fan probably understands.
Exactly. So with that being said,
you can't just look at raw wins and losses. You have to look at other things. And
and the scuttlebutt over here, Justin Tucker got released. He just put his house up for sale. It's around the corner from
the kicker. Didn't he have some problem with some girls or something?
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, he just put his house up for sale. I literally cycle by it every day. It's he put it on the market for $3.5 million, which in this area is, it's a nice house.
A lot.
It's well, no, but it's a lot, but it's 7,000 square feet compared to in LA. So
no. But that's that's similar to Detroit,
right?
Like in Detroit, if you have a 7,000 square foot house, but even Detroit, you might be able to do 2.
But so it's funny. I was talking to my buddy who's a real estate agent. He's like, I don't know if it helps or if it hurts that it was his house. Like it's already empty, it's pre-staged, everything looks perfect. But like, is somebody going to buy that? Like, because they like
The
the house?
buyers aren't. A buyer of that isn't going to give us.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly. So anyway, with that being said, guys. Oh, I was going to ask you: you're a movie watcher? Are you a TV watcher? A
no,
Netflix watcher? There's
no,
a
no, no.
series that I started watching on the indoor trainer with Shaq, where he's the president of Reebok, and he took over Reebok, and Allen Iverson is the vice president. And I didn't realize Shaq was originally signed by Reebok and stayed with Reebok for his entire career. And it's interesting if you ever want to watch something. I know you're a movie guy.
No,
All right. Well, it's interesting.
no
The
interest.
reason why it's interesting is because it's current, and what they're trying to do is find the next star, and their projections, and this goes back to betting. Their projections, they're looking for a star in the WNBA to create a shoe for, and their projections in the next 10 years, not that it'll ever be equal to the NBA, but that the WNBA is just going to absolutely explode from a fan point of view, obviously a betting point of view. And so, just wanted, what do you think about that as a tall man with possibly tall daughters? What do you think about the explosion of the WNBA?
I hope it happens.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, like I said, we always find something to talk about, even in the doldrums of summer. With that being said, I know the
Well, I'm going to talk
NHL.
about. I want to talk about the WNBA for my free play. So,
Oh, perfect lead in. What do we got?
uh, I know you don't. It's hard to go against the New York Liberty, but that's what we're going to do. I know they're 5-2 ATS. They're blowing out a lot of teams, but they've already beaten this Washington team once this season, and the Liberty now are 46-88-4 ATS when playing a revenge-minded opponent. Now, it's already happened once this year, and that's one of the two ATS losses they've had when they
Mm-hmm.
played Golden State the second time. So this will be the second meeting against the Mystics. They already beat the Mystics by 22 points. They've beaten the Mystics 7 times in a row. Now they're laying 12.5 points on the overnight number at Washington. I'm going to grab the points with Washington.
And I'm showing 12.5 right now.
Yeah.
Washington Mystics plus 12.5. Maybe I'll take the kids to a game one day. I've never been to a WNBA game.
Yeah.
Me and the 3 other people in the stands. All right, guys. Washington Mystics plus the 12.5. Send me a text message if you want to get access to the All Access, up over 200 units since January 1st. And again, you can basically get June, July, and August for free when you pick up the college and pro football and basketball season on an early bird promo. Good day and good luck.